Michael Schumacher and Jordan Grand Prix, two huge names of Formula One in the 1990s, yet when they came together, it didn't last long. Schumacher's F1 debut came with Eddie Jordan's team in the 1991 Belgian Grand Prix at Spa-Francorchamps. Regular driver, Bertrand Gachot, was jailed after being found guilty of spraying a London taxi driver with CS gas. Schumacher had been racing for Sauber Mercedes in the World Sports Car Championship, and this big F1 chance came out of the blue. Schumacher's manager, Billy Weber, struck a deal with Jordan, glossing over the fact that Michael had never driven at Spa before. Schumacher learned the track on his bicycle. More importantly, it was alterations that Weber made to the deal that meant Schumacher didn't become trapped to a Jordan contract. More of that later. Michael was sensational in qualifying. Despite the power deficit of the Ford V8 engine in Jordan's 191, Schumacher would start 7th on his F1 debut. Although he was 3.4 seconds off pole, Schumacher was 3/4 of a second clear of his vastly experienced teammate, Andrea de Cesaris. Alas, Schumacher's stunning debut ended after a matter of yards as the clutch burned out on the start line and bailed completely after Eau Rouge. But it didn't matter. He turned the heads of many bosses up and down the pit lane, including Benetton principal Flavio Briatore. And this is where the contractual fun begins. The contract that Jordan offered Schumacher was cannily amended by Weber before it was returned with Michael's signature at the bottom. Crucially, one word was changed from the driver agreement to a driver agreement. Because it was non-specific, Schumacher was able to leave the team after Spa. Just that one tiny change altered F1 history forever. Weber argued, what is a contract? We could sign a contract with him to visit the factory 2 times a year. That's a contract. It could be anything. By the time of the next Grand Prix at Monza, Schumacher was in a Benetton in place of Roberto Moreno and finished 5th. There's little doubt Jordan wanted Schumacher for the long term. Eddie said, "You wouldn't sign a footballer for one match only, would you?" The real reason Weber didn't want to commit to Jordan was that he'd learned it was switching to Yamaha engines for 1992. That proved to be a disastrous move for the team. And how might Schumacher's career have turned out with a team that only scored 1 point in that season? Instead, he excelled with Benetton, winning 2 world titles before moving on to Ferrari. But let's remember Schumacher and Jordan at Spa for what it was. An amazing debut for one of the greatest drivers in a beautiful F1 car at perhaps the most iconic track of them all.